And a very good evening from the Petaluma High School gym. We are live for varsity high school girls volleyball. It's the Petaluma Trojans and the Justin-Siena Braves. And a very good evening, everyone. I am Griffin Epstein, joining you here live from a packed Petaluma High School gym for a very important Vine Valley Athletic League matchup. The Justin-Siena Braves come in first place in Vine Valley. They are undefeated, 5-0 in this first season of this new league. For Petaluma, they come in 2-2, but what a great start to the year they had. An impressive victory over Napa, a straight victory over American Canyon. However, the last two games have gone the wrong way for Petaluma, and both heartbreaking losses. Last Thursday here in this gym, the Trojans lost in 5 sets to Vintage, blowing both a 2-1 set lead and blowing a 4-point lead in that 5th set. Then in a crazy game, and we'll get a little bit into more of the theatrics at Casa Grande on Tuesday. There was a lot going on, but the Trojans fell short in that one also by 5 sets, and it was back and forth. Let's head on court. We have both teams meeting in the middle, about ready to go, but you can tell both of these teams right now headed in opposite directions, and Petaluma needs to turn things around. Justin-Siena coming in 10-1 overall. They have played really good volleyball, even though they are a young team, even younger than the Trojans. Only 3 seniors on the Justin-Siena squad. But under head coach Chelsea Riley, they have improved a lot, and they are very talented. But Coach Ryan Hughes for Petaluma believes they can beat any team out there, but they're going to be even more shorthanded tonight. Kayla Pearson, one of their 2 captains, will not be there, and the other captain for Petaluma, Hanning Dillingham, however, number 13, the left blocker, will be out there, and she has led the Trojans in every single game in kills, and they're going to need another big game from her, but the key might be, can they get other players active and involved? Best of 5 sets here tonight. Petaluma needs a season turnaround victory, and with a W here, they can get back in this Vine Valley Athletic race. Justin-Siena looking to complete the first half of Vine Valley undefeated. They'll have a bye next week. They have defeated every single team, but they are coming off a 5-set victory over Vintage, and they've been tested. 5-set victory over Vintage on Tuesday, and against Casa Grande, the league opener, also a 5-set victory. This game shouldn't be lopsided by any means, but the Trojans are going to have to be at their best, and they're going to have to put away their last 2 heartbreaking games. Kaylee Wine will start off the serving, and we're underway. Great job by Hawaiian to dig that one out. Trojans will send it out wide. And nice little tip drill. There is a lot of height on this Justin-Siena squad. Payne Newell, the middle blocker, finished it off there. One of the 3 senior leaders on the Braves. And number 6, Julia Giacomo, she's another senior. I mean, you could see her in the middle. I don't have heights, but she's got to be a good 6'3". She is absolutely massive. But Dillingham is a mounted to get 10 with it. You see it there, the spike, and it's 1-1. So dangerous, Dillingham on the outside. Had 17 kills against Casa Grande in that loss, and Coach Ryan, you said it when I talked to him recently, even if you don't know volleyball, you see Dillingham out there, and you know she's pretty good. She's one of the best players in this entire league. However, we see an Achilles heel there as Emma Wine sends that serve long, and that was one of the things that cost them in their loss to Vintage last week here. One of the things that cost them to Vintage last week here, they missed a serve while leading 13-10 in that 5th set. And they struggled against Napa before as well. There's the tip drill again. Well done by Megan Hansen. Only a sophomore, the middle blocker. We're seeing not a lot of power from Siena, but this is well-played volleyball so far for the 149th best team in all of California, according to Max Preps. Trojans will need to work on serving, and Dillingham will certainly get it back to them many times, and a good dig by the libero, and the answer by the hulking San Giacomo. 4-1, and Justin-Siena with an early lead out there. Dillingham, the captain, trying to encourage them on, but the injury bug has really stuck the Trojans. Already Jaden Christ and Serena Horvath both with torn ACLs out for the year. And now Pearson out for this one after injury against Casa Grande. It's another kill, Megan Hansen that time. It's 5-1, and the Braves off to a quick start here. Live from the Petaluma High School gym, if you're just joining us, Justin-Siena Braves and the Petaluma Trojans, the Vine Valley Athletic League. First year of that, great job by Suarez, the defender getting on the ground. Justin-Siena will reset. Rejected. That was Kaylee Wyan to reject Giacomo. Trojans not so far able to really settle into their offense, and Justin-Siena's been able to do what they want. That one's sent a little long by San Giacomo. We're going to see a lot from that senior. You got a lot of power when you have that level of height. 5-2, the score. And we'll see the other Wyant twin serve here now in Kaylee Wyant, both juniors. Great job by Suarez to dig. That's why she's the libero, but Wyant couldn't get down to it. With Pearson out, it means only 2 seniors you're going to see the whole time out there on the court in Dillingham and Suarez. It's a young team, and they got a lot younger with the injuries. Jaden Christ, as that serve is wide by Giacomo, so 6-3. Jaden Christ re-tearing her ACL. She already tore it once in volleyball her sophomore year, tearing it last year in the SEL Girls Tournament Championship game, and in basketball, another missed serve. Coach Ryan Hughes just cannot solve that problem. He is not happy over there. 7-3, and Dillingham missing that. But Chris tearing her ACL in that game against Sonoma Valley. She's out basically for a year, and that happened in February, so they're hoping at the end of the basketball season together. We have 3 in a row missed serves now here. Some surprising sloppy play by both very well-disciplined teams. And Horvath, it was just his summer workouts, really a fluke, and she tore it out for the year, and you have to feel for her. She was going to come in, be one of the captains, so spirited. She still leads from the bench as a great kill by Wyand, but Horvath unable to get on the court. She's so talented. What a year she had last year, helping the Trojans get off to that quick start when they beat Sonoma Valley and Annalee. Looked like before the fire struck in mid-October that they were going to take SCL. Had a late season slump, though. Oh, Giacomo just with a massive kill. And even Suarez, who's one of the best defenders out there, can't handle that. And it's 8-5, Justin-Siena. Trojans hanging around here early, but you can see the talent on this Braves team. And the Trojans have plenty of talent up and down this lineup in the Wyand twins, but so many of them were not playing a lot of varsity last year, and losing both seniors and the young players hurts. Pashwal has a unique spike, the middle blocker. It's just a very little flick with the right arm, and she's improved that in Sark 2 weeks ago in their victory against Napa, and she was really struggling a lot into the net. But that time able to bury it in the right hand, deep corner there. That's so hard to defend. It's so quick off her hand. Alexis Nagy to serve, a defensive setter and a junior. Dillingham able to dig it, but it heads out, and just another kill from Giacomo. She's going to be the one to stop for the Trojans. You know they had their circle in practice before. She's just intimidating to look at. Eva Clary, junior outside hitter to serve. Justin-Siena's improved a lot. They were a middle-of-the-road team last year at MCAL, the Marin County Athletic League, as Wyand sends it long, 10-6. And they return so many players, even though they're still young. And they have just proven to get victories, even in some tight matches, pulling it out, show their endurance. Just very crafty, you can tell out there. San Giacomo with a two-handed touch over the net and finding an opening. And Nagy, you saw serving earlier, it's 11-6 Braves. Also shows that youth of the Trojans. She was on JV last year, and she's gotten a lot of playing time. Nice job by Wyand as Braves overran that a little, up too early on the attempted block, and Wyand took advantage with a tip over the outstretched arms. 11-7, and the Trojans trail by 4. JV team had a good omen to start. They rolled, the Braves, but is a young JV team, considering how young the varsity team is for Justin-Siena. But a nice victory for the JV. And right now, these serves are just an Achilles heel for the Trojans, and it's in their head. I mean, they are really struggling, and you just can't give free points in this league. And it was something they could do last year in the Sonoma County League, where half the league was just not at the Trojans' level, but can't afford that. Every night's a hard night. What a rejection from Pashwal. Good job by the Braves. And again, yet spirited defending by Justin-Siena to nearly save it, but an epic block by Pashwal, and Wyan did it before to take that point for the Trojans. The defending has been good out there, and that's keeping them in this. Giacomo finding an open seam, knuckling off that right hand, and Trojans even couldn't get a finger on that. Suarez will re-enter, trailing by 5 with the Trojans in purple, the Braves in blue, making the way over from Napa, a good 45-minute drive. So long road, and the football team will be making it tomorrow, vice versa, to Justin-Siena. Might touch on that a little bit later, but we'll be there for that. It's a big Justin-Siena Petaluma day. Dillingham destruction there. There's just no way you can stop that power. 13-9, and so far Siena's done a good job of neutralizing her, and the Trojans need to make sure to involve her really as much as possible, because she's just by far the most talented player on this team. She also has the leadership and experience, being on varsity now 3 years. Mishandled dig by the libero. Braves lucky there. And they do give it to Dillingham. Look out! So much power on that Giacomo. Attempted dig nearly hit off the scoreboard. 13-10. You might have saw it in your left-hand corner where you have the scoreboard up there. Bo Miller and Kiara Montahano on camera. I want to give them a shout-out as well. Jamie Cantieri directing and producing. And there's a much better omen for the serve, the ace. You might not want to risk it, but it catches the back line for Kaylee Wyand. It's been the best server for the Trojans this season so far. It was very good in that victory over the Grizzlies. Well, Libera's been very shaky for Justin-Siena. Another dig that kind of ricocheted, and again, lucky to get it over. That was rejected easily. Bacon went up, and the Braves gave her the bacon. 14-11, so that stops the 3-0 run for Petaluma, but you just want to hang around, and when it gets tight and late, can you make a run? Especially with the Braves in the road gym. Certainly shown their poise so far. Beat Casa in a always rowdy Gaucho gym, and then came back against a good Vintage Crushers team that came back on against Petaluma last week. Missed it there, 14-12, and Dillingham back to serve, trying to redeem herself from last time. She faulted. Libero for Justin-Siena, Miranda Fernandez, and couple unforced errors here for the Braves, showing their human. They really came out of the gate strong, but 10-1 team overall. They went to a couple tournaments and played well. You're expecting a skilled team, but Trojans get in their head a little. That one is that long, and we've got a tie ball game at 14. Climb the mountain. Where can the Trojans take it from here? Awkward play off the net. Good job by Juliet Maddox with the two-hand touch to stay alert, and Petaluma has their first lead of the set. Timeout, Chelsea Riley. So back on me again. I'm Griffin Epstein if you're just joining us, and a great run here by Petaluma. They go on a 4-0 run, and then on a 3-0 run here again, showing some consistency. Justin-Siena with some unforced errors. But Petaluma starting to communicate a lot better. They involved Dillingham, and that really seemed to help get the team energized with Dillingham out wide. The senior captain is just such a big factor. But everyone right now on Petaluma looking to play with good energy, and so far we haven't seen much effect from their 2 5-set losses in the last 2. And that would, if you're a Trojan fan, had to concern you coming into this one, considering you just had that crushing loss to Casa Grande on Tuesday and also blowing that lead against Vintage. And especially a young team, you don't know where the mental ability is. But so far, Petaluma has proved themselves well. We are back on court. Did you get my smoothie, Eric? They're closed. I was hoping for a smoothie from Fruit in Motion, but it's not going to happen tonight. It's all right. Dillingham to resume serving. The Trojans on a 3-0 run, leading by 1 in this first set. Stepped out of bounds. A bunch of unforced errors here, and Petaluma's taken advantage of these 3 points, and they've definitely given them some momentum. It's a deep team, too, for Chelsea Riley's Braves. Rejected there. Maddox and Bacon in on the block, and it's 17-14, the longest run of the evening. Can you keep the momentum going? How long can you keep the run going? So pivotal when you get on one, and that ends the run, and it's going to hit the camera. At least it saved me from destruction. 17-15. Soares on the dig. Dillingham in her unusual middle blocker position there. Giacomo's been quieted of lately. Trojans do a good job digging it out. Side deflection there. Trojans just couldn't get their hands up quickly. You need to help her. Yeah. So 17-16. Justin-Siena trying to answer with a little run of their own. Megan Hansen to serve, and another free point. Uncharacteristic of the Braves that they've had these errors. You would not expect it of a 10-1 team. Mentioned they went to the NorCal Invitational Tournament, or I'm sorry, that's Petaluma. Went to the East County Invitational against some very big schools, and they won it 3-0. Bacon loves that right blocker angle shot. Braves were ready. There's the angle shot the other way. Outstanding defense from Soares to keep it up. Trojans finally succumb there, but that is good defense from Petaluma under a little bit of a barrage there. Cut the lead down to 1 and taking the first set so crucial to the momentum. Pass Schwal, I just missed it, and it's that little flick on her spike. That's, I mean, you can't whiff. I hadn't seen that before, but she does right there. We've got a tie ball game. Great tip by Wyan. Justin-Siena ready. Cross court. Got to anticipate that. Soares did. Dillingham. Excellent block by Bacon, and a double touch by the Braves. The defending has been resolute so far. And that's what you need for an aggressive and dangerous team up and down the lineup. For the Braves, very deep as well. They got a full bench over there, even though they're a smaller school in Petaluma Division 4, private and Catholic. Massive spike by Bacon, and a Quadri can't touch the ball 4 times on a turn on your side of the net. 4 times they touch it. Trojan point, 20-18. Nagy to serve again, and all the momentum on Petaluma's side here. What a good first set they have played. And you haven't seen any unforced errors by Petaluma. When Justin-Siena's won these points, it's because they've just been better. That's what you got to do. Haven't seen Miss Surge. Giacomo, dangerous, that hits the speaker. That's unlucky. Dillingham able to dig it, and it just nipped off the speaker. So 20-19. Cool. Eva Clary to serve as we reach the business end of this set. Giacomo, oh my goodness, Bashwal was there. She just couldn't direct it. Another unforced error, unbelievable. In a pressure situation, does it get to the young Braves? Maybe. Petaluma retakes the lead, 21-20. With Emma Wine to serve here. These key moments. This is where you gotta make your serves. Excellent serve, and it has been trouble. So timeout there. The libero, Marina Fernandez, for the Trojans, for the Braves. Petaluma's really taking advantage of her. Defending has been pretty iffy. And if you find that weak link on that player on the court, you got to take advantage of it. And you're always as strong as your weakest player. And right now, Petaluma finding those weaknesses on the Justin-Siena court. They're playing so skilled. They're not making unforced errors. And they put all the pressure on the Braves, and we've seen it in this first set after it looked like for the first half of the set that Justin-Siena was just looking a little better. They have turned things around. Certainly this energy in this home gym has helped. And a 2-point lead. Now you have to seal the deal. Oh, it's we've got some advertisements for you now. Our apologies there. All right, we're back. Thank you, Jamie Cantieri. Camera just sometimes wants to advertise a little bit, but not our fault. Back on court? Okay. Well, we got our comments. What are our comments?
Let's go Trojans. Beautiful scenery driving through the low vineyards of the fall.
Who's commented?
Mr. Butsy.
Ah, it's Coach Butts who tunes into many of these, and I guess he's driving on through the beautiful Napa Valley right now. As Pashwal misses that, and saw a good kill earlier, but flubbed that one into that, 22-21. So a lot of driving through the Napa Valley this year. But we appreciate Coach Betts tuning in, assistant wrestling coach, and coach of the girls team. And I heard they're going to have a full team this year. It's been great to see the girls program flourish, and he's been a big part of that. That was a bad set there. Dillingham couldn't get to it into the net. There's an unforced error, 22-22. And these key final minutes, Coach Hughes has all of his timeouts in the set remaining. There's 2 timeouts, and both are still allocated to them if he wants to use it. All the momentum here at the low line drive serve. Lucky to get it over. Dillingham can't save it. It ricochets off the ending there. And Coach Hughes has to call timeout. What a disastrous last 3 points here. Some unforced errors when you could afford them least if you're Petaluma. And surprising to see the lack of discipline in these last few points, but they're absolutely still in it. But the way they play this would be heartbreaking if they lose this first set. Nonetheless, they have proved that they can play with this Braves team, and coming in with the records, you know you're going up against the league leaders, doesn't give you maybe a lot of hope, but they certainly have the hope out there to beat the Braves, and they put them on the back foot. So that's the good news for Petaluma early, but we'll see if they can win these last few points, as they have not been able to do that the last few matches, and that's what cost them. If it's tight sets and the teams are even, it's going to come down to the nerves and also the conditioning. At the end of sets, you haven't had a lot of breaks, it gets tired. Not a surprise to see Coach Hughes use the timeout, talk to his young team. It's primarily juniors out there. Obviously, you mentioned Dillingham and Soares, the seniors, but you got Nagy, 2 Wyan twins, and Lily Pashwal, all juniors, and makes Coach Hughes excited about the future. But focused on now, it just lands out. It comes right to me as well. A key miss serve by the libero, Marina Fernandez. And a small student section making noise, and Pashwal into the net. My goodness. Just cannot afford it, especially after Justin-Siena gives you the gift. Nonetheless, you gotta keep your head up and keep on working here. 24-23. One set point here for the Braves. Soares nearly ran into Wyan. The set. Dillingham, little tip. Good job by the Braves being ready for it, and then they mishandle it. It hits the ground. 24-24. One set point killed, and it's back to Wyan and the Trojans to serve. Kaylee Wyan Jr., center. Wyan twins so talented. Athletically, they're really impressive. Look out at Dillingham! Digs it from Giacomo. So impressive, and Wyan will just get it back over. The Braves will, though, step back on their offense. Giacomo take two, and take two is successful. Trojans done a good job in neutralizing her, just as Justin-Siena did early to the Braves, and that might be the key here. Who can neutralize the opponent's star? It's Julia San Giacomo, the senior outside hitter, has to be good 6'2". She's serving here with a set point for the Braves. Coach Hughes wants to call a timeout. No one is seeing it, and he's not going to get the timeout. That's unbelievable. And the Trojans are going to lose the set. Well, that has to be frustrating if your coach Ryan Hughes was signaling for the timeout, and the rest just did not see him or hear him. That one goes long, and Justin-Siena with some long, tired faces out there as we've reached the end of set number one. But nonetheless, the Trojans play well there, falling 26-24, and it could have gone either way, but a couple unforced errors you'd want back if you're Petaluma at the end of that set, especially considering how skilled they played in the second half of that set. Or if they can put a complete set together and continue to have the Braves make the unforced errors, this is going to be a battle, and it definitely could go 5 sets. This is not an uneven match, and it's gone to sleep again. New CMOS Sensor HD CMOS Pro. That's the camera. Buy it today. Back to the volleyball again. Well, is there some setting we can get on there to fix that, Jamie? We just don't know. We can't. We'll try later. We'll really try to stop the advertising. This is a non-commercial broadcast here. 2 minutes left to go here before the start of the second set as the Trojans fall 26-24. Justin-Siena came out quickly, took a 5-point lead, but a couple runs by the Trojans. Dillingham really imposed her will, but saw Giacomo get involved late there. Trojans need to neutralize her when she is going. This Justin-Siena team is going, and it's hard to stop. Both players are so tall, so powerful, and you can tell they played volleyball for so long. You don't need to be a big volleyball fan or expert to know how good both those players are on the court, and they make both teams really good. And right now, this match key for the VVAl, and all the Vine Valley teams are rooting for Petaluma tonight. Justin-Siena comes in 5-0, 7 teams in the league. If the Braves get a victory tonight, they're going to be undefeated for the first half of the league, and every other team in the league so far has 2 losses, except for Casa Grande, who's 3-1, and they play American Canyon tonight. So Casa could only be trailing by 1, but the Trojans could help out their East Side rivals, who they played on Tuesday, with a victory tonight, and they'd only be 1 game back. Trojans still have 1 more league match remaining in this first half of the schedule. They'll play a Sonoma Valley team that they're very experienced with next week. Sonoma Valley 1-3. Currently, the Trojans tried with Vintage at 2-2, but every match is going to be a battle. Justin-Siena is probably going to lose a match, and it could be a 2-loss team that wins this league, or could be co-champs. Petaluma is absolutely still in this, and you know they're going to want revenge on Casa Grande. That is our next live stream here at the Petaluma High School Gym for the volleyball team. We will be live for football next week, but that's our next live stream. That is 10. No, I'm looking at Justin-Siena's schedule. That is 10-11, so October 11th. That's a Thursday, so that's 3 weeks from now. You think it's pretty loud here tonight? There's a small student section. It's going to be crazy at that game. There's no doubt about it. It was raucous on Tuesday night at Casa Grande. A little too raucous, and again, I teased that earlier. If we have some time, we'll get into what exactly went on between the Casa Grande and Petaluma student sections. But there was some conflict, and hopefully that doesn't happen between the 2 teams this time, but we do expect certainly a raucous and thrilling atmosphere that should be very loud with both student sections alternating chants. It's a lot of fun to have both teams Casa and Petaluma going at it in a gym in that small environment, and it just gets so loud. So spirited, and everyone keeps their cool, stays in their place. It really makes it more fun. So start of the second set here. Trojans fell 26-24 in the back and forth first. Eva Cleary to serve, and you don't want to fall behind 2-0. You have to go and win 3 straight. Granted, Petaluma has done that once this year, so they know they can do it, but not going to be easy. Sora's diving on the ground to try to save it, but she can't get it. And do want to give a shout out to Maria Soares' grandparents. She did tell me the names. I'm just forgetting them right now, but Maria came over before the match and told me their grandparents really enjoy tuning into these, so wanted to thank them for their viewership, and that's why we do it. So wherever you are in the world, you can tune in to Petaluma Sports. And Dillingham with the kill there ties it up at 1. Of course, for all our viewers, feel free to leave a comment. How many viewers we got? How many viewers we got?
We had 6 a minute ago.
We got 4. We were up to 6, so appreciate everyone tuning in. Good job by Maddox to get her hands up and block that. The set out wide to Dillingham. That's who you want to go to. That looked like a double hit there. They're not going to call it, though. Pashwal with a good dig. It nearly hit the ceiling, but then they lost control of it. Long point there, 2-1. Haven't seen a lot of long endurance points, and the Trojans do value their conditioning. Every Tuesday morning, they show up in the weight room at 5:30 in the morning, so they're conditioned and they work on it. But see if Petaluma gets a little bit less aggressive. When they were defending, it's definitely worked. And go with those long points. We've seen a lot of quick points with Giacomo and Dillingham with some kills, but also some unforced errors as well. So far, the Braves have cleaned that up in the second set. Another not good set to Dillingham. She kind of awkwardly has to get it over. Same with Giacomo. So 2-2 now. Nagy out. Wyan back in. That would be Emma. That hits off the top of the net. And a little bit of luck there. A little probably too close for comfort if your head coach Ryan Hughes, who has to be frustrated with the serve struggles. Mentioned the comeback 5-set victory. They were down 2-0 on the road against a really good Windsor Jaguars team. One co-MBL champions, 4-way co-LBL champions last year. But they play in the Oak Division. They're a good team out. It's destroyed by Giacomo. Puts Dillingham on her back. If she gets that set up, you can't stop her. 3-2 Braves. And it's Keeley Heel to serve. Trojans made that 5-set victory in a rowdy Jaguar gym. Second game of the year. That really gave them a lot of confidence for a young team. Is the sophomore, it's Heel, my bad, sends it long. 4-3, and there's another unforced error by the Braves. Trojans would love Chelsea Riley's team to do it, and almost did again, another forced set. Good angled kill by Wyand off the side of the hands, and you can angle that kill to the right, and the defensive blockers don't anticipate it. Good things are going to happen. Tony Vitale joining me at the desk. He went through a grueling cross-country workout with me today out in the heat. It was brutal. He put his heart and soul into it. Cross-country team with their first meet last Saturday at the Viking Invitational. Here's an endurance point and the rejection, the boom! Maddox in there, as was Bacon. 5-0, they're gonna rule it. I think they hit the net. My goodness. They're gonna rule it Justin-Siena point, that hurts. Would have been a 1-point game, instead it's a 3-point lead. The scoreboard is now wrong, I believe. Justin-Siena is serving. Ruled Maddox hit the net. What a block there, and then Wyan just tried a little tip and mishandled it, so that makes it 7-3. The scoreboard is all off now. We'll hopefully see them fix it in a minute. but it is not 5 to 5. Students are trickling in as well. It's starting to get a larger student section, so that should help the Trojans, especially if this is close late. Good diving dig. Braves just playing desperate defense. Get it back. Down the middle. Bacon unable to stop it. Suarez, the libero, is doing a good job. Maddox getting a lot of playing time. The junior hasn't played as much lately, but Coach Hughes putting her in. And it's sent long. No, it's in for the Braves, I believe. Yes, it is. Catches the line. Oh, I'm sorry. The score is correct. So the Trojans had a 5-3 lead, and I just mixed up home and visitor. So it is 6 to 5. The scoreboard is correct. 6-5 Braves. Wine just going to have to knock it over, and the struggles continue for Fernandez, the libero for the Braves, and unforced error for Justin-Siena. I mentioned their league victory. They've played a lot of games at East County tournament, and I did say they won it. That was my mistake. They won the Constellation. They lost to Head Royce, but then they beat some big schools. Granada, Clayton Valley, and Castro Valley. These are all D2, D1 schools, another D4 school. That's a big kill by Eva Clary, who's done a good job, and the Braves will take the lead. They scheduled non-conference too. They actually played like Wilmerding of San Francisco, got a nice 3-1 victory. And we mentioned their impressive league comeback victories against Casa and Vintage. Suarez does not handle that well, 8-6 Braves. See, varsity head basketball coach Scott Bears is enjoying the action here tonight. I'll give him a warm welcome. The PHS Gym will see the boys basketball team in action, and it's next month. Fall sports start in October now. Well, they won't have games until November still, but official practices start in October, and you're already training now. That was apparently not a double hit. The Braves are confused how it wasn't. It looked like it hit off the face of Pashwal, and then her hands, and then look out. There's a kill on the Braves on a run here. 7-1 run in the last 8 points. And the Trojans in a little bit of trouble here. They got down to as much as 5 early in that first set, and they battled their way back. That was 4 hits. Trojan point, 9-7. Petaluma scheduled really hard too, and I think Coach Hughes did it on purpose. He wanted no breaks for this Petaluma team, young team. They've not had an easy game in there, and it's shown based on their schedule. Really, the American Canyon game, a team that has not won a game in VVAl, really their only game that they kind of cruised by and won in straight sets. It's another unforced error by the Braves. They set it wide. Trojans played one of the best teams in North Bay and Santa Rosa in their league opener, lost 3-0. Mentioned the 3-2 comeback victory over Windsor. And then back here at home, they were so exhausted from that Windsor game that took 3 hours. It was a marathon, as we have another serve that's long. They fell to Cardinal Newman 3-2. Back and forth 5-setter. Had a nice victory against Maria Carrillo back here in the home gym, 3-1. Another NBL Oak team, and if you're not familiar with the new NBL alignment, that's the top division. Those are the best teams in the North Bay League. Redwood is bottom. That's for all sports. Suarez can't handle the dig. 11-8, and it feels like the momentum's on the Braves side. This gym that is really filled up pretty quiet right now. And then the Trojans played another top North Bay team. Santa Rosa and Montgomery, probably the favorites for that NBL. Lost 3-0, and then entered the league play. It's awful light. It is still in play. If it's still rising, if the ball is falling and hits a light or a basketball hoop or a speaker, then it is out of play. But it is 12-8, the biggest lead of the second set for the Braves. That serve is long. Gabriella Lee. So 12-9. Wyan to serve. Will be Emma Wyan. Mentioned their athleticism and should star again on the softball team, which they've been on since freshman year. Trojans have scattered in a couple points, but right now the Braves are not letting them on a run. Another kill there. Right now, it feels like the Trojans in trouble, but it felt like that in the first set, and they responded. Of course, couldn't win the set. Coach Hughes not panicking either, hasn't used a timeout. Washington Twins were on the varsity team last year, but really didn't play with a experienced squad. Out wide to Dillingham, haven't gotten a lot of her of late, and they need some. Giacomo, the answer. It hits off the roof, and it was coming down again, so that is why it's Trojan points. Or, I'm sorry, Brave points. 14-10. Trojans trying to get back to 500 in the Vine Valley Athletic League after back-to-back 5 straight losses. Probably not the team you want to face to recover and the best team, but, you know, it gets you ready. And the Braves hit the net there on the block, so Trojans grab a free point, 14-11. Well, student section is really filled up. We got a good number of students, and we'll see if the energy is brought a little bit more. I haven't heard a lot from them, but Petalum's going to need it right now. I feel like they need a pick-me-up. Another serve into the net. And Pashwal had one that you know she wants back at 24-24 in that first set, and she missed the serve. And then Coach Hughes tried to call timeout, and they didn't see it. Kind of a worst-case scenario on those last 2 points, because the Trojans had already fought off 1 set point at the end of that first. Dillingham, well angled right through the outstretched hands of the Braves blockers, 15-12. Another miss. I mean, every time almost always into the net, too. And you think you would just make the adjustment. We haven't seen a lot of shots hit long. And it's just kind of been crazy that it's just in their head and they can't solve it. And you must, I mean, we'll talk to Coach Hughes after the match, but you know they're practicing and they just cannot right now seem to fix their serving issues. And it's everyone on the team. I mean, it's a bug. Soares just blocks it up, and it wasn't a good set. Bacon on her back foot. She's been quiet. She had a nice game against Napa, but we have not seen a lot from the junior, and it's not allowing for me to impose some good puns on Bacon. Keely Heel. She missed her last serve. She missed again. It's a lazy serve from the sophomore. Doesn't look like an unexperienced Braves team, but remember they are too. Only 3 seniors. We've seen a lot of sophomores out there getting playing time. Giacomo, the senior captain, certainly had an impact, but this is a young team as well. And there's another unforced error. Miscommunication there on the set. 17-14. Petaluma needing a run. You want to get to that 20 mark, about even. Finally, 2 straight points they've taken here. Not a good set there. Kevin Braves lucky to get it over. Wyan just out of position, and it's just caught the back line. Fernandez was going for it. Some of her teammates were yelling for it not to, but it nips that purple back line on this purple and called a beige court. Now you can hear the Trojans student section making some noise. 3 straight points, and senior captain Dillingham leading it with her serving, or never mind. Misses it long. 18-15, and don't have official stats for you tonight. I think that's 4 missed serves, 4 faults in the second, and it was a similar amount in the first. And you calculate that, the likeliness how close these sets are going to be is Wine is rejected by the, or sorry, Bacon rejected by the net. How close the set's going to be, those serves might be the difference. And that might be the difference in the sets and the difference in the matches. Justin-Siena controlled the second set after they went on a 8-2 run early in this one. Dillingham, good job taking something off that and finding the hole. And they're always there in the defense. Sometimes it feels like they're not, but there are open spaces. 19-16. Braves lead by 3. Giacomo. Gotta hit it where she's not, or make it challenging enough for the Braves that They just have to get the ball back over because, I mean, no matter how good a dig you are, it's just not going to stop her when she's at full windup. There's no one good enough. Set, spike. Trojans getting a 5-point lead. So much needed timeout for head coach Ryan Hughes. Just going through some logistics there with the camera, but Trojans need to go through some logistics with the team and get a pick-me-up. Braves, oh hello. The Braves with all the momentum right now, and kind of surprised that Coach Hughes didn't use a timeout earlier, but really just controlling the second set, and it looks a lot more like you saw early in that first. Dillingham has been neutralized well enough. Not a lot of kills for her so far tonight, and Giacomo's gotten involved. We said it. Whichever star has more kills in this game tonight, I think, is going to win the match. That's the difference. Those two players. Ashwall just has to get it over. So if your sets aren't good enough, you can't get it to her. That's why it's so key. It's the little things that count. They get it to Wyatt, and she just gets it through the outstretched hands of Peyton Newell, the senior middle blocker. Much needed point for Petaluma out of the timeout. Coach Hughes still with one more if needed. Nagy, junior to serve. Out wide and set it long. That was Newell again. Trojans trying to crawl back here. Overall, their record doesn't look pretty, 4-9, but it's unfortunate, especially for NCS, as that's been settled by Giacomo. And here's some momentum, 3 straight points. And a timeout by Chelsea Riley. She did not like what she saw there. Timeout. She did not like what she saw there from the Braves. 3 straight points, and probably a smart timeout by her. Petaluma looking to crawl back, and this one hurts. Again, if you're the Braves and you lose this set and you're equal, they've done work so hard in this set to get the lead, but that's the thing. When these teams are even and you get that hard work, you have to stay super focused every point. We saw that focus break a little bit in the first set. We'll see if Justin-Siena has the same thing, or they can keep your focus late, especially with the pressure on, and in a home gym that's hostile towards them, a road gym that's hostile to them. Coach Hughes, you gotta keep the momentum here. You gotta make the run as long as possible, because when you're serving, I mean, there's no doubt about it, there is an advantage. You can dictate play, and when Petaluma can get their serves in and stay consistent out there, they've proven that they can be the better team than the Braves. Back on court. Back on court. Jamie values her Snapchat more than the broadcast, apparently, but we're back on court. Nagy with another good serve. Little tap. You go for the perfection of placement over power, and it works a lot of the time. Dillingham couldn't get there in time. Key point to break the momentum out of the timeout, 22-19. Gabriella Lee, only a junior. She's small, too. I could guess she's a freshman, but she'll serve. Certainly not going to put her up at blocker, but there's plenty of height on this Braves squad. I don't have to worry about that. Good dig by Giacomo off Dillingham. But Giacomo, underhitting it a little bit into the net. 22-20. It was the same spot with Petaluma leading in the first set. Justin-Siena went on a 4-1 run. Oh, what a bizarre flip, but it works. Backwards flip from Shelby Tomlinson, the third senior. We haven't mentioned her a lot out there. She kind of just flicked it backwards, caught everyone off guard in purple and white. and they get 3 more points. And I was wondering why Coach Bears was here. The answer is the varsity boys basketball team is getting a little bit of a workout in the weight room. They get ready for their season. They also decided to check out some volleyball. Good job by Wyan. Better job by the libero. And Giacomo with the placement, and that gives 4 set points for the Braves. And a chance to go up 2 sets to none and put the Trojans on the back foot. Clary to serve. This gym has gone quiet in a hurry. Wyan, Dillingham. How do they keep that alive? Well, that's going to be... No, that was only 3. Great job by the Braves, and then Paschwal is rejected, and the Braves have the second set. So we have reached the end of 2 sets here, and Justin-Siena 2, Petaluma nothing, and it does not reflect the effort of the Trojans, but right there the Braves just able to control things in that second set, and you really wish you had that first back if you're Petaluma. We're kind of mirror images of each other, except a little bit opposite. Trojans came out quickly in that first set. Or, sorry, Justin-Siena coming out quickly in that first set. Petaluma responding and then blowing it late. And we saw similar things, except the Braves just have been they've gone so experienced with their 5-set victories. They've really played poised, and it did not cost them there. They instead closed it out quickly when Petaluma went on a run to close it down to 2 points. And that mentality and mental ability so vital for teams out there, and both teams are young, and that's key. But so far the Braves showing a little better, and you have to hold your heads up high right now if you're Petaluma. Keep on fighting. We mentioned it. They have come from behind from 5 sets, and it wasn't a poor team against Windsor on the road against the NBL defending Jaguars. This young team still can do it, and they've got to continue to trust in their trade because they've shown they can compete with the Braves, who are trying to remain undefeated in the Vine Valley Athletic League and go to 6-0. They have certainly played outstanding volleyball, and Casa and Vintage have both given their shots and gotten close, but so far neither team able to pull off a victory. And Colton Prieto is gonna join me. Hey, Colton. Love you too. There's no halftime in volleyball. It's a set break. The clock's right there. Colton Prieto joining me, and Eric, you want to join me real quickly with the set break? Eric Carver joining me on set here, varsity cross-country runner. Grab up a chair. And it was a brutal workout today in the heat. Don't worry about it. Brutal workout out in the heat. How do you get through these tough workouts on the cross-country team?
You just work harder, which pushes yourself for the heat now, so then when heats come, you're just pushing through that heat then. Because it might be cool, we're saying you're working harder now, which you can work even harder then.
It's a new league this year for the cross-country team. How do you feel like the team's approaching it, and how do you approach it personally as upgrade over SCL the last few years?
I don't really think I'd approach it personally, because we're a team, and cross-country is more of a real big team sport. We work together to get there, and we're just basing it head-on so that we can just take on the team and try to win.
Absolutely. What's it been like to have a new cross-country coach and Coach Franklin? Obviously, it's been a little bit hard to have 3 different coaches over the last 3 years, but how has the team adjusted to Coach Franklin? How do you feel like that's going?
I think it's a different dynamic, because from Johnson and Cole, they all ran in different ways.
Yeah.
They all had their different strengths in the running aspects. One did hills more, one did distances more, and one just
Oh,
had
you
to
can put a
run
mic
with
on
it.
too, actually, if you want. You want to put your mic on? You can just turn it right on. It's all ready for you. Yeah, just you got to flip the switch, and you're on. Oh, we got Trojan Live correspondent Justin Plumtree, who's also a big fan of volleyball. Watch your language, please. Well, we got about to start the 3rd set, so let's head on court, Jamie. And you're welcome, Eric, to stay with me and analyze a little volleyball if you want for however long you want in this key 3rd set with the Trojans trailing 2-0. But it's it's been a great start for the cross-country team, I think. It's, Coach Franklin's been a good change for the team, I think. It's working out. Yeah, definitely distance as well. Right, absolutely. Eric only a junior, so he'll enjoy that. League starts next Wednesday for the cross-country team, and Justin-Siena will take the first point of this third set. They find out the students are piling in, and they are going to need the noise and a pick-me-up from them, because right now the momentum is all on the Braves, and sometimes you need a spark out there, Eric. How do you feel like the team can get a spark right now? It's a good spike by Dillingham, and unable to be controlled by the defense for the Braves, 1-1. Pashwal to serve. She has struggled serving. That was much better, unable to handle it for the Braves, 2-1. It's a young Trojan team. A lot of these players weren't even on varsity. They only have 2 seniors, and how do you feel like the volleyball team is adjusting to that? How do they work through that? Yeah. Definitely Coach Hughes excited about the future, but the junior Pashwal misses another serve. And you just give another free point to the Braves, and 3 points hurt. Saw about 4 of them last set, and it was a 4-point deficit last set. Dillingham, my goodness, that had some oomph behind it. Giacomo has some oomph behind it too, and it hit the speaker again. There's so much power on that, Eric. It's just, you can't really defend it, and if you even get the dig, it's going to hit the roof. Right, Dillingham been able to do that at points tonight, but she's definitely been more neutralized of lately, the clear star player. Unforced error there, and the Braves take a 4-2 lead in this third set. I mean, the stands are totally full. That serve misses wide, 4-3. Braves already with 10 victories on the year so far. Looking to make it number 11 and go halfway through the Vine Valley. Undefeated. Mentioned the Trojans league record a little deceiving. I didn't get into that. So 4-9, but they're 2-2 in league. We mentioned their tough schedule. That's a big part of it, but great tip by Juliet Maddox to tip that over. Eric knows Juliet well. How does Maddox use her skill out on the court? She's been playing a lot more lately.
And incorporates her just character and bringing the team together to bring that nice spirit into taking on more points.
Absolutely. He's been a helpful addition in this one. Played well in the first set. Didn't see her as much in the second, but Coach Hughes trying to get her more involved. That one misses wide. Petaluma retakes the lead. And that score, that's lopsided because of the NorCal Invitational, as the net cord is tied for Wyand, 6-4. It was 4 matches for the Trojans, and it was the Saturday of homecoming, and I just think their minds were elsewhere, and they lost every single match, and they did not even win a set. 3 best-of-3 set matches in that, but they really struggled. Wyand with some good serving. We mentioned it earlier. She's the best server for the Trojans. Kaylee Wyand still has had some faults, but when she gets going, things can happen. And suddenly a 4-0 run by the girls in purple. Key part of that, haven't seen Giacomo. There she goes again, but you gotta get that spike when it's at its apex and hit it low. It's into the net, 8-4. Wyand again, key momentum shift here. Giacomo sends it long. See the frustration in her face. If you can frustrate the best player on the Braves, that has to cause issues. We've got a timeout on the floor, and what a run here by the Trojans, Eric. 6 straight points. They've seemed to turn it around a little bit.
It's that spark that brought them back, and spark that's going to keep them moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned this team is young, but definitely if you can work as one, that can help a lot, can't it?
Yeah.
And Petaluma has gotten the student section out here. How does that help the team? How does that help the team out?
What?
They got the student section out here. I mean, it was pretty quiet to start, but it's filling up now, you know.
It's bringing the school incorporated in the team, which is building them up and showing the spirit that they have, and what they're doing here means a lot to the school itself.
Absolutely. Obviously, student section has been a big part, I think, of all the sports teams this year. They've been back on court. They've been a big part of football games. Trojans have done really well at football home games. They actually have not lost a home in air quotes, because last year they played at Costa Grande's their own, but they have not lost a home football game in 2 years now. There's Giacomo, and she gets back in business with a kill there. But football team has had the advantage. Volleyball team has as well. They had those big victories against Sonoma Valley and Annalee last year, put them in first place in the Sonoma County League, both at home. When they went on the road, they lost. Obviously, do have the loss to Vintage, but home advantage has been a big part of a lot of Trojan sports, especially when you have that spirit and fans. And Showman just has to get it back over. Dillingham, underhand, a little tip there. Smart, intuitive play, but Bacon unable to get to that. But when you don't get a good set, and we've seen that a couple times tonight for the Trojans, it's going to cause issues. 9-6. The Braves are trying to claw their way back. Another tricky point at the net there. It was Eva Clary, who's kind of been the alternate option to Giacomo. She's another 6-footer, a left blocker that's provided issues. So to Dillingham. Into the net. No, I'm sorry, I misread that. Over, and the blocking into that 10-7. Dillingham, she's quite a player, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she has the support from a lot of the school as she scores a lot of the points.
Absolutely. Just anyone can know how good she is. The volleyball's going to come right to me. I didn't handle it well. That's why I stopped playing baseball. 10-8. Braves hanging around here. Trojans unable to continue that run, and Trojans have really struggled to finish sets all season long. You saw it in the first set. You want a little bit more comfortable lead. You get some fair amount of set points. Braves mishandle it again. 11-8. Maddox will exit. She's played well. Pichwal back in. Maria Suarez, libero to serve. And she's not going to get the flashy points, but the libero is so vital defensively, and Suarez is one of the best in the VVAl. Giacomo, that's unstoppable to hit the light. It was actually still in play. It ricocheted bizarrely off. Luckily, it didn't hit more center on the light. We could have had a calamity with falling lights, but we're all right 11-9.
And that power right there brings it back to controlling it, and if it could have just came back to help them out and get that point somehow.
It's just so hard when there's an extra oomph behind you to control. Schwa is the little flick, but that's really hard to read as well. And when she gets it right, it's impossible to stop. 12-9. Wish we still had VVAl around our volleyball Trojan Lab expert, but she's in Germany this year, so I'm able to really deduce the exact unique stroke of Schwa, but it's a little flick that when it works is so hard to read just because you don't see anyone else do it. Good angle, kill. Giacomo lets out a yell and a scream towards the Trojan student section with that one, 12-10. And that's similar to kind of what we saw, I would say, at first in football with the Aussie punters, who came in punting with a long-running punt, and no one was ready for it. I mean, you just never saw it, and it became a thing. And I'm not saying Schwal's unique spike is going to become the thing, but because you never see it, it really puts teams off guard. There's probably another sports analogy out there. Can't think of one at the moment. 13-10. Trojans answer it. A good 50 students have made their way here. This third set, it was a quick start, early start to this one because the JV team dominated so quickly. Two dominant sets, neither were close. What a save by Wyan, and Pascual trying as well. Excellent defense nonetheless. Excellent efforts by Emma Wyan, the 5'11 junior outside hitter. The deficit is 2 for the Braves, with the libero, Fernandez, to serve. Dillingham. It hits that red pole. There must be a technical name for it, and I should know it, but I don't. That red pole is out of bounds, so red and white stripes. The Trojans get the point there as Dillingham brings the boom. The lead is 3. 14-11. We saw that kind of tricky flick that helped the Braves late in that first set. Nearly got it to work again for Tomlinson. But not that time. Pascual to serve from the left side this time. Excellent serve, too. Nice communication. 16-11. I tell you, we got a grown man that is into the spirit here tonight, Eric. He's got a purple wig on, a purple tie on. He's into it.
Yeah, it's the spirit that Petaluma has.
I don't know if he's an alum or just a passionate parrot, but he's into it. And Pascual going on a run here, 3 straight, and suddenly the Trojans have had a little chasm open up, 6 straight points. We got a timeout. Excellent serving by Lily Pascual, and it is 17-11.
And I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you, guys.
Eric is going to depart. Pleasure for junior Eric Carver to join me here on set. You can, if you want to ask Justin if he wants to come over and provide his volleyball expertise. Plumtree, just check with him, you know. All right, thank you, Eric, for joining me. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see if we can get Justin Plumtree over. He's at every single volleyball game. He is the most passionate Trojan. Oh, we're on me. And he can provide certainly some more expertise of what he's seen in this third set, but Petaluma's brought the energy and they brought the momentum and they're in control. You got to keep it though, and if you could go in to get about 6 set points, there's so much less pressure than there is with 3 or 2, and the team's going to play a lot lighter, especially for a team that's blown a lot of set leads, as we mentioned. Back on court. Pascual looking to keep it going. Giacomo is how it ends. Another kill for the senior, and I haven't seen all the teams in the VVAl, so I can't say for certain, but she's one of the best volleyball players I have ever seen on a high school court. I mean, she looks like she has that college level. She is an absolute weapon. Kaylee Heel to serve. She's had all sorts of struggles with serving tonight. Not there. Wyan just sending it over. Rejected by Maddox. She's done an excellent job with blocking tonight. Wyan doing a good job defending. Dillingham just has to get it over. She knows that. Here's an endurance point. I haven't seen a lot of them. Little tip, but she hit the net. Oh, I guess Trojans hit the net. Someone hit the net, but the contact made it look like on Maddox. Nonetheless, credit to the junior for coming in. Was on JV last year. Hadn't seen a lot of playing time until today. She's been excellent defensively at both left and right block. The set to Dillingham. Goes for the tip. Giacomo was ready. She wins that battle between the 2 stars. And the lead is cut to 3. Need to win this third set. It was nearly touched by Wyan. It goes out. And you can't focus on, you know, obviously the big deficit you have. You have to take it one set at a time and see that they've done that. The energy in here has to help as well. Wyan. Miscommunication, mishandled. We've seen it a couple times through the Braves tonight. And the Trojans have taken the benefits. back out to a 5-point lead. Dust descended outside, but the lights are on bright inside. Here at Petaluma High School Gym, live here on Trojan Live. Bacon not had a good night tonight. She's not got all playing time. Mishandles that one. It's been a struggle for the junior, who has a lot of talent. She was really good against Napa, second on the team in kills in that one, and their 4-set victory to open VVAl over the Grizzlies. There's Bacon again, little tip drill. Well read. Giacomo down the middle. Excellent job by Wyatt just to dig it out. Anytime you can dig out real hard, Giacomo spike. You take your hat off for that. Maddox rejected it, but the answer of the rejection was there. 19-16. A tight third set. Every set's been tight. It was 26-24 in that first set, with the Braves taking it 25-21. In the second, more set that the Braves control. Dillingham with the open stays. That's excellent. The big boom. 20-16. They have to get Dillingham involved to be a part of the action. You see it there. Red-headed senior captain. She's leading the troops with Kayla Pearson, the other captain, not out there. A good serve there as well, and the lead is 5. We do go to a 5th set. Only goes to 15, so take note if we get there, but you don't want to look there if you're in a purple and white. Giacomo, oh, it gets lucky that time, flips off the net. She'll get credit for the kill. Feel free to leave a comment in the live chat, and we'll get to it as soon as possible. I appreciate everyone tuning in on this Thursday night. So if you like this video, and check out all of our other sports videos. We have 4 touches. You gotta count to be good at math on a volleyball court, and the Braves, even with their Catholic education that they pay for, did not count correctly that time. There's 2 public schools in Napa, Vintage and Napa, both in the VVAl, and then Justin-Siena, the kind of St. Vincent's equivalent in Napa, but they have a very talented sports team. Remember, about 1,000 students playing D4, 22-18, and also, I mean, they have quite a shot at NCS. Justin-Siena there first in Max Prep's rankings by a long shot, too. First comfortably in Division 4 in the North Course section. They could certainly do something special in NCS. 22-18, we're reaching the business end of this one. Dillingham. Out wide, the rejection is strong. And an epic point here. It's all about conditioning. Dillingham finds it. What a point. That has to be the longest of the match. Soares with the save. Now they just have to get it over. The energy is picked up after Trojans win that impressive point. Giacomo, look out. I was fearing for my life on that one. She was aimed right towards me. I could be out with a concussion for a couple weeks if that one had hit me, Christian. That was scary. I won't get you in the video. 23-19, don't touch it, don't touch it. Doing well, Christian. Braves to serve here. Trojans 2 points away from taking this third and making it 2-1. Been in control, really, this whole third set, but had the key. One run. Oh, my goodness. Giacomo got on top of that one. She really killed it. 23-20. Do you want to put on a mic, Christian? Christian Abramo, freshman, is going to join me, another member of our Trojan Live crew for the end of this third.
I'm in Trojan Live, so. Hey, how's life going?
Serve.
I don't have a giant cord on my.
Net.
I don't have a cord on my face whatsoever.
You don't have a what?
Don't have a cord just hanging from my hair whatsoever.
Oh. Well, head it back on us, Jamie. Key last few points here. Not good. Let's take a look at the camera.
Okay.
Key last few points here. This was looking like a comfortable third set victory.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want that pressure, but 4 straight points by Justin-Siena. You still need 2 more points if you're Petaluma.
Yep.
How do you just focus in and finish this? Because they already blew that first set, and you know that has to be in their minds.
I mean, seeing that I'm a football player, not a volleyball player, I would think that you need to kind of keep your composure, not get overexcited about that.
That's sports mentality.
Yeah,
also,
usually,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
and the Braves chanting and cheering on their own side.
yeah. Yep, that was.
Oh, you're standing in front of the camera. Bo!
Bo! Bo!
Bo, you're standing in front of the camera.
Bo Miller! Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Okay. No, he hasn't. He has not.
You're all in front of the camera.
There we go.
Standing right in front of the camera, unfortunately, but key final points here. Justin-Siena looking for a straight set victory. How sweet that would be. Trojans need to finish this.
Bang.
Why end? Oh my.
Oh.
That is close. The nerves look like they're getting to them. That's why coaches call that timeout. Try to encourage them. They still have one more. Justin-Siena has no timeouts. But looking like the Trojans were going to get maybe 5 or 6 set points. They may get none.
Is that a problem? Nah, okay.
Suarez with a tough dig. Get it to Dillingham if you can. They go to line again. And you don't want it to Giacomo.
Oh,
Nice
one.
job by Nagy just to get it over.
And that's out!
Misses it long.
Great play.
You just got to hang in there. That endurance so vital.
Yeah. Sometimes in situations like this, patience would be a good thing to have.
Absolutely. And you saw it there. But you want to get it to Dillingham right now. They're just feeding it to Wyatt. He's serving, so they're not going to get it to him. But you got to get it to your best player.
Oh,
in the big
block
moments.
party. Oh.
And that's what the Braves are doing. They're getting it
Yeah.
to their best player in the big
Yeah.
moments. And that is why they've gone on this run.
Mm-hmm.
Still one more set point for Petaluma. And this feels like a must-win. Right
Yeah.
now the pressure is going to be on them immensely.
Definitely on.
If this gets tied, it'll just be crushing if they blow this third set.
Up.
Set.
And.
Dillingham. Tell you what,
Oh.
excellent dig.
What a
by
save.
Pashwal.
Over.
Looked like they'd
Oh,
gone
that's
for
a s-
rejection. They just have to. No, they had another. And
Oh.
Giacomo. And she's just so hard to defend, isn't she?
Yeah.
24-24. The Braves were ready for Dillingham. We are tied. Trojans blow 2 set points, but they were leading 23-17. My goodness. We have seen why this Justin-Siena team is so good. They've been so good in the big moments. Trojans have really totally controlled this set.
Oh.
Protected again. Dillingham sent
No.
back. The Braves have the answer. Coach Hughes calls timeout. And we have match point for Justin-Siena. My goodness.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for Petaluma team. They had it up and they just kind of.
Yeah, it felt like he didn't want to see that run.
I
He wanted to have
know.
that set points and not be tentative out there. But they looked
Yeah.
a little bit tentative out there as it got to the end, and they're thinking about too much about it. Seems like
Yeah.
where the match is. You guys
Getting
have
a
one
little,
more time, right?
Yeah, getting a little overexcited there.
And it's a young team, and it's hard. But
Yeah.
right now, the Braves, who are young in their own right, are teaching them a lesson. We'll see if the Trojans can keep this going to a fourth. But they have not been outplayed by any means tonight. This has been very even. And if the Trojans lose a second set in a row, that goes over 25 points. That would just be crushing. Braves are ready. Coach Ryan Hughes done an excellent job for the Braves, but he's still in there.
Yeah.
You're not on us, Christian.
I know.
Put it away. And the Trojan student section, no.
Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie, all right.
Add my Snapchat.
Really
Totally
wants
great.
everybody's Snapchat.
Yeah.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, very
Sorry,
professional. I don't
he's
know
only a
anything.
freshman. He's still learning out here, you know. We got to get them the reps.
Thank you, Jamie. Great video record.
So, match
Video
point
control.
for the
Set.
Braves.
Oh,
Tip.
what a
And the
play.
Trojans survive one more.
Oh.
Dillingham just getting over to the blockers. We saw that the point before. They were ready to pounce and put it away, but not just yet.
I'm going to be a little uncultured right here. Doesn't the game go to 25?
It does, but you have to win by 2.
Oh, well, that would explain it.
That would explain it.
Oh.
Cashwell missed a key first serve at set point in the first, and she's missed another one tonight. Got to talk to Coach Hughes about that.
Yeah.
Man, it is the serving. You can't get free points up. You just can't do it. I feel like I'm a broken record on that.
I mean,
That's something they're going to need to continue to clean up as they look towards the second half of the Vine Valley.
yeah.
Set point, or sorry, not championship point. Match point number 2, Dillingham. Is
Hey.
able to run that one. Gets out wide, got the angle. Blockers weren't ready, and using the star power, 26-26.
Hey, is my mic working so far?
Winding out a serve.
Yeah, alright. Just want to make sure, because, like, last time I had mic problems.
Defense by the
Up.
Braves.
2.
Wind out wide, goes for precision over power. Giacomi only knows power, but it's another kill. 27-26. That sets up match point number 3. If you missed any of this match, it's all right here on YouTube. You can just scroll back and watch the previous 3 sets, and you can also check out all of our other stuff on our YouTube channel. More volleyball live streams. Our next one against Casa Grande, as we mentioned, mid-October.
Oh.
Ryan just sends it over. Bacon. And there it is. The Braves close it out tonight, 28-26 in this third set. And a back-to-back 5-set losses for the Trojans, and this one really has to hurt as well. There's no eating. This
Sorry,
one
my
has
bad.
to really hurt as well. They played evenly. Every set was theirs. Second set, Braves did control, but they were the better team in both the first and the third set. And they let the big moment get to them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard, but they were facing a team in Justin-Siena that was so skilled. They know how to win. They're 5-0 in league, and they were just a little bit better. Don't turn off that camera. We're going to use it for interviews. We're going to use that. Yeah. So a tough loss for the Trojans tonight. They fall 3-0, but obviously that score very deceiving. They were right in it with the first place team in the VVAl, but feels like they're in a little bit of trouble right now. 2-3 right now, 3 straight losses. They're at Sonoma on Tuesday. They're going to need a victory against the Dragons right now to turn things around, because they definitely are not trending in the right direction. Nonetheless, they did play spirited, and they didn't let those losses get to them. So we'll see.
We will see.
Well, we're going to grab interviews. Can we head back on the court camera, please? We are going to
Make it a great evening.
It's for in just a moment, so hang around for that after the Trojans.
Am I good with the mic? Yeah, turn it off.
3-0. You can turn it off, yeah. Again, we will be headed up to Justin-Siena tomorrow for the varsity football game. The varsity football team also needs a victory after their opening loss to American Canyon last week. No, don't plug anything. Bring everything down on court. Yes. Nothing's attached to it. Trojan volleyball team we mentioned, it'll be at Sonoma on Tuesday. Pick up that. And pick up that. Trojans will be at Sonoma on Tuesday, and then a much-needed bye. They'll enter the second half of the Vine Valley Athletic League. So don't miss Casa Grande. It's going to be spirited on the 18th, and then 1 week later, they'll be facing off against Sonoma Valley. That will be senior night for the 5 seniors on this team. But fortunately, 2 played tonight, and that had to be a factor in this one. interviews in just a moment. You're not getting an interview, Justin, but hang around.
I don't know, right? At this moment, I don't know if
All right, stay right here. We'll have an interview in just a
you need to tighten that down.
moment.
I'm gonna be on the weather, and the sun's gonna be brighter than Hannah. It's really good. Don't worry.
You have chocolate on your face.
All right, can you hear me? We can hear me. Yay. Please switch onto this camera and get out of the camera. Switch onto this camera. Please switch onto this camera. Or it's on us. Great. All right, Hannah Dillingham is going to join me in just a moment for a quick interview. Justin Plumtree is here as well. Where did Hannah go? All right, well, we will talk to her in just a moment. Justin advising staying hydrated as well. Always a good idea, but the Trojans falling 3-0. It was very warm today. It was warm in this gym as well. I think that's a huge factor. Has she escaped? Go find her, please. Go find her. All right, we're still looking for Hannah Dillingham right now. We might grab someone else while we're waiting around for that. JV team did get a victory, so that's success for night for the Trojans as they look forward, but a tough loss. Really good Justin-Siena team. I can't imagine Coach Hughes is going to be really disappointed with the results. I think Hannah ran away from me. We hope to find someone in just a moment, but we're still looking for her. Spirited atmosphere as well, but a little late coming and just was not enough for Petaluma tonight. Well, as we mentioned, all right, she's making her way here. Please, Hannah. It'll be brief. It won't be scary. I don't bite. She really doesn't want the interview tonight. Just stop. Don't stop. Stop. Please. I'll ask you about you played tonight, and then I'll ask you about senior leadership. I'll ask you about the game tonight, and then senior leadership. All right. Hannah Dillingham, the senior captain, is going to join me right now. Justin, please. Goodbye. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Justin. We are here with the senior captain, co-captain of the varsity volleyball team, Hannah Dillingham, and you guys fall short tonight. The two of those sets, you guys really felt like the better team against an undefeated Justin-Siena team. What do you guys take away as a team from it?
We're taking away that we really know how to play well together, and we know what we need to improve on for future games. And honestly, we go into playing a game against a team like this, and we don't really expect to win, so it's not that heartbreaking, but it definitely, it shows us our weaknesses and our strengths, and none of us are really sad with how we played tonight, and we're going to go away proud. So.
Almost all the offense seems like it runs through you lead the team in kills every single game. How do you approach that as the leader on court?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much because it really is a team sport, so I try and work hard with everyone around me and try to bring everyone up with positivity and good comments.
and one of those senior leaders, this is a very young team, especially tonight with injuries. You only had 2 seniors out there. How are you guys helping? My goodness. How are you guys helping those young players on the court and help build and lead this team?
We really just try to make sure that they feel included with everyone and that they're not feeling left out because they are younger, they're less experienced, but they're just as talented as the rest of us. So.
Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.
All right, that was Hannah Dillingham with the interview. We're going to grab head coach Ryan Hughes. Are you volunteering for an interview, Serena? I don't know what you're doing. Interview? Serena wants an interview. All right, we're going to talk with another senior. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to play, but Serena Horvath is going to join us. Tough loss tonight. You guys felt like you were really even with Justin-Siena. The score, I don't think, reflected it. Goodbye, Justin. I don't think the score reflected it tonight, so especially from the bench watching it, how do you feel like the team played tonight, and how do you move forward now that the team is on a rough patch with 3 straight losses?
I mean, it does really suck. I mean, we were pretty evenly matched with Justin-Siena, given the height difference. As you could clearly tell, they were towering over us.
Yes.
I felt like we did pretty good. Our passing today was, like, amazing. I honestly think that we actually did pretty good. I think we can just improve from here. We can just improve the season, just get our energy up. I think that's our main thing, just get our energy up. Maybe get the student section to cheer for us more. But, I mean, like, other than that, I think we did pretty good. Go varsity. Come to our games. Keep showing up. We love all of you. So, yeah.
It felt like you saw both in the first and the third set. You guys had leads. It looked like you were going to put it away, and you weren't able to finish. And we've seen that a couple times this year in key moments. How do you make sure that you guys finish?
That's a hard question.
Yeah, no, it is.
Honestly, like, as a person that's on the sideline, I think the main thing about trying to finish is just trying to get our energy up, trying to get every play down, just try to tower over them. It's kind of hard. I mean, obviously our blockers aren't as tall as those hitters. They totally tower over us when they hit, so they got some pretty good hits on us, I have to admit. But next time, we just keep our energy up, just keep pushing and grinding, and we'll fucking get it.
Apologies for that. We are live. Last question for you. I know it's been really hard for you to be on the bench after you tore your ACL in the summer, but how have you kind of been able to work through that and provide a leadership and support role, especially for a young team?
So I'm like a specified stat keeper of the team. I try to keep the morale and energy up. I try to do my best to like keep everyone positive, not get too down on themselves for messing up. I try to help them with everything, just like showing up to practice every day, showing up to all the games, trying to get them through this no matter what, good or bad, losses. We got it, and yeah, that's really all I can do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Serena. All right, we're going to talk with head coach Ryan Hughes in just a quick moment. Can we have a quick interview? All right, the head coach of the varsity volleyball team, Ryan Hughes, joins me after the Trojans fall to a undefeated Justin-Siena team. You guys were unable to close out the first and third sets, even though you had the lead in there. How do you kind of approach this tough loss that was closer than the score indicates?
Like I said, that's a great point. I think our record also does indicate how good we are.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been battling a Vintage, Casa, both went to 5. They're great schools. I mean, that girl was amazing, good for her. They're good schools. I think I'm really looking forward to NCS because we're going to play a bunch of D3 schools that don't look anything like those schools. And, I mean, that's how we're really looking at it. We're battling out every single point. We're getting better every single day. We're going to get way better playing against these schools than we would anybody else. So we're really looking forward to NCS, and that's how we're thinking about it.
How do you make sure, especially a young team, really keeps their heads up? You guys have had now you had back-to-back 5-set losses, and this one feels tough too. How do you make sure that this team keeps on fighting through the season?
I think that's extremely important. We do have a couple mental errors, misserves, right? It's key to compliment your team, right? I mean, it's key to be that player that says, you got it, next one's you. Compliment no matter what. I don't even care if it has anything to do with volleyball, right? You have really nice hair today, right? I don't care. We just got to build each other up the whole time, every single point, no matter what.
And lastly, you mentioned the serves. They're definitely a major deciding factor today, and it's felt like this has been a struggle all year. Is it in the team's head? What's the issue with it, and how do you guys fix a kind of vital part of the game?
Right. I think mid-serves are really hurting us this whole season. And it's not like we don't practice it. We practice it constantly. I think a lot of it's just mental. I mean, it's a lot of pressure to go back there, and when it's 25-25 or, close game and everybody's looking at you to make your serve, it's just nothing but panic, right? And that's just a mental error. And we just got to become, we're a young team. We're going to toughen up and get better throughout the season.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you. All right, that was head coach Ryan Hughes after the Trojans fall to a very game Justin-Siena team tonight, and we said Giacomi's name all night, and she was kind of her and Dillingham, and who could outclass each other. And Giacomi, I mean, man, what a player out there. She was dominant out there, and the Trojans just didn't have an answer, but the missed serves, those key moments, undefeated Braves team that looks like they are on a very good position to win the Vine Valley Athletic League. We're a little better against the Trojans tonight, who are young, they're injured, and they just they played so well for 2 of these sets, but made a little bit too many unforced errors, cost them in the end. Want to appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. Again, we'll be live the home game against Casa Grande 3 weeks from today. Our next live stream is a week from tomorrow night. Varsity football will be live just before 7 from Brazil's patios. The varsity football team faces the Vintage Crushers, and they're the VVAl favorite for football. That should be a really fun game. We'll also be on the road tomorrow as the Petaluma Trojans football team takes on the Justin-Siena Braves, and it is Thursday, so all our football games are again available through Sunday. Make sure to check all that out on our YouTube channel. That's going to do it. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. I'm Griffin Epstein. Good night. Did you shut everything down?